Seated leg curl, I'm not gonna lie, not one of my favorite exercises. A lot of people like it. Maybe it's just the machine. I mean, I've used other seated leg curl machines and I've liked it. This one's okay. The setup, so it comes to setting these machines up, it all depends on how your body's built. Like if I'm training a group and people have longer torso than the other guy and longer legs, that we gotta fuck with the machine and find out for best to hit the muscle. So when you go to something like this, or any machine for that matter, and you're looking for how to set it up, you have to know what it feels like to get the proper contraction and then mess with the machine until you can sit in it perfectly or stand in it or whatever and get that contraction. That kind of sounds like a bullshit answer, but that's how it fucking works. A guy could go to a leg extension and say, oh man, that's a perfect setup, and I can go into it and not hit shit because my shins are fucking longer or something. So sometimes it's hard for me to explain how to set these up because what works for me may not work for the next person. On this one, I do like this pad. I guess I could say as close to my heels as possible without my heels actually being on the pad. So at the very bottom of the calf, right before it starts touching my heel. Of course, you want your knees past that point so you can bend your leg all the way. And as far as sitting back or leaning forward, that all depends on what type of feel you want. You could do it either way. So you come in, see my heels aren't on the pad, but it's really close. All right, you want to, don't do this. See how I keep mine, because you're gonna keep your toes pointed up and back like that. Put this down as tight as you can. So once again, look at my feet. Don't be curling like this. Have the toes straight up. Dig with your heels. Dig your heels down like that. So you're trying to dig your heels down and into your butt. With this particular exercise, one of the main problems I see is people will let it ricochet off the bottom and they get nothing out of the negative. So what you need to do is, even if it's a half second, just hold, come up slow. Hold, come up slow. Now, as you can see, I'm pushing down this pad. I'm kind of pushing myself back. That's how I feel it better. So I'll push down and come up. And once I do that, I can really feel it in the hamstrings. All right, so you don't want your hips way up off the pad though, but if you lean back a little bit and push into this, it's fine. Another method, arch your back. And as you keep your back arched, if you're flexible, come forward. As you do that, you're gonna feel it stretch right above, right at the lower part of the hamstring where it inserts right here. You're gonna feel it stretch. So you can keep your back arch and lean forward and curl from there, and you can get a different feel in the hamstring doing it like that. But don't hunch over like this. Make sure your back's straight, you're pulling yourself forward, and you come in and curl. And it will feel it'll feel more at the bottom of the hamstring down here than you will up here. So those are two different ways you can do it. I like to vary it. Like sometimes I do legs, I'll do them like this. And if I want a different feel, I'll just lean back, push down this, and I'll come down this way. And I feel it a little higher up, in the hamstring here when I do that.